The Kansas City Chiefs are making massive waves in the 2026 NFL Draft, and the league is officially on high alert. General Manager Brett Veach pulled the trigger on a bold trade-up with the Cleveland Browns to snag the number 6 overall pick. With that selection, the Chiefs brought in LSU standout Mansoor Delane to anchor the secondary.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Star quarterback Patrick Mahomes is already showing major love for the new defensive addition, posting his immediate approval online the moment the pick was announced. Mahomes knows exactly what Delane brings to the table and is clearly ready to get to work with his new teammate. The addition of such a premier ball hawk signals a major defensive shift for Kansas City. While the focus shifted to the defense, questions are swirling around head coach Andy Reid and the offensive line plan. Despite prior reports that Reid was hell-bent on upgrading the protection for Mahomes following his ACL recovery, the team opted to double down on defensive talent in the first round instead. Now the front office faces tough decisions on how to secure the blind side. With top-tier tackle prospects off the board, rumors are heating up about the team potentially targeting former Pro Bowl left tackle Taylor Decker to fill the void. The path back to the Super Bowl runs through these high-stakes roster moves, and we are tracking every single update. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss a beat. Ever wonder what happens when the best quarterback in the game gets exactly what he wants on draft night? Well, the Kansas City Chiefs just showed us, and it's a masterclass in aggressive roster building. In a move that caught everyone off guard, GM Brett Veach pulled the trigger on a massive trade-up with the Cleveland Browns, climbing all the way to the 6th overall spot to secure LSU's defensive phenom, Mansoor Delane. This wasn't just a depth chart addition, this was a statement. Delane is arguably the most dangerous ball hawk in this entire class, a guy who changes the geometry of the field the moment he steps onto the grass. It is rare to see a team as established as Kansas City swing for the fences like this, but they clearly felt they couldn't afford to walk away from round one without a lockdown force in the secondary. And honestly, the locker room is buzzing. None other than Patrick Mahomes took to social media to voice his full, unfiltered approval of the pick. When the face of your franchise is publicly hyping up a rookie, you know they didn't just pick a player, they picked a difference maker. While we still have to wait to see if Delane lives up to that high-octane draft capital, the signal from the front office is loud and clear. The Chiefs are tired of just competing, they are building for total dominance. What do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Is Delane the missing piece for another trophy run? Smash that like button, subscribe for more draft analysis, and let me know your take in the comments below. Remember, in this league, championships are won in the trenches, but they're secured in the secondary. Ever felt like a general manager just played a high-stakes game of chicken with their own franchise quarterback? That's exactly what the Kansas City Chiefs just did. Despite Andy Reid being vocal about his desperate need to fortify the offensive line for Patrick Mahomes, looming 2026 return from that brutal ACL tear, the Chiefs completely bypassed the tackle position in the first round. Instead, they traded away serious capital, including pick number 9, to snag a cornerback and a defensive tackle. It's a bold move, but is it a reckless one? Analysts like Todd McShay were adamant that Reid was locked in on protecting the epicenter of the team's success. Yet when the draft board cleared, the top-tier tackles were long gone. Now, with the best talent off the board, Kansas City is looking at the leftovers. We're talking about prospects like Northwestern's Caleb Tiernan, who might be more of a project than a plug-and-play starter. So where does that leave the Chiefs? All signs point to a veteran splash. Former Lions Pro Bowler Taylor Decker is officially the big fish in the free agent pond. Sure, he's coming off a lukewarm season where his PFF rankings dipped, and he's carrying a hefty price tag, potentially upwards of $40 million. But this is the Chiefs we're talking about. They don't rebuild, they reload. If they want to keep that Super Bowl window wide open for Mahomes, they might have to swallow their pride and pay the premium for a veteran arm guard. Do you think Decker is the answer, Or did Kansas City just fumble their best chance to secure Mahomes' future? Hit that like button if you think the Chiefs are playing with fire, and subscribe for more deep dives into the NFL draft drama. After all, championships are won in the trenches, and right now, the Chiefs are leaving their star quarterback exposed. Ever wonder what it looks like when a dynasty decides it is done playing around? The Kansas City Chiefs just sent a shockwave through the league, and they did not even wait for the draft to come to them. They went out and grabbed it by the throat. When the Chiefs traded up to snag Mansoor Delane at number 6 overall, the message from the organization was clear. The era of sitting back is over. Patrick Mahomes, the man who usually keeps his cards close to his vest, dropped a simple, "Let's get it." On social media immediately after the pick. If you know how the Chiefs operate, you know that wasn't just a generic tweet, that was a signal. General Manager Brett Veach didn't just make a move. He made a statement, shipping off the 9th, 74th, and 148th picks to leapfrog their way to the top cornerback in the class. Think about the audacity of that. They saw a gap in their secondary, assessed the landscape of an NFL packed with elite gunslingers, and decided that waiting for the right guy to fall wasn't an option. They went and hunted him down. Delane is an absolute beast, a unanimous All-American who turned heads at LSU with a level of physicality and ball-tracking instinct that looks like it was custom-built for Steve Spagnuolo's aggressive defense. Now, let's be real for a second. The Chiefs are coming off a 2025 season that honestly felt like an alien invasion. Missing the playoffs. That is not what this team does. And with Mahomes still grinding through grueling rehab after that ACL tear, the pressure to surround him with a top-tier defense has never been higher. Coach Andy Reid is playing it smart, keeping the timeline cautious, but this draft pick tells you everything you need to know about their mindset. They are done trying to outscore everyone in a shootout. They are building a brick wall. This isn't just about adding a player. It is about reclaiming their throne. If Delane hits his ceiling, this defense goes from being a solid unit to a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. It is a bold, high-stakes gamble that fits the Kansas City brand perfectly. What do you think? Was trading up for Delane a stroke of genius, or did they give up too much capital? Drop your take in the comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the shifting tides of the NFL. Because in a league where everyone is chasing a ring, the Chiefs just reminded us that they are the ones who set the pace. Stop what you're doing, because the Kansas City Chiefs just made a massive statement in the NFL draft. We knew they were itching to move up, and tonight, they finally pulled the trigger. By trading with the Browns to jump from pick 9 to 6, Kansas City has officially landed LSU standout cornerback Mansoor Delane. Now, let's be clear, this move didn't come cheap. The Chiefs had to surrender their third-round pick at 74 and a fifth-round selection at 148 just to move up those 3 critical spots. But when you look at the landscape of this roster, it's a move they absolutely had to make. Ever since the departure of Trent McDuffie and the inevitable turnover that hits every championship-caliber team, the Chiefs' secondary has been looking a little thin. If Patrick Mahomes is going to reach his 5th Super Bowl, this defense simply has to be elite, and Delane is the kind of high-ceiling talent that can anchor that transformation. It's an aggressive play, but it keeps their title window wide open. And don't forget, they've still got the 29th pick in their back pocket, ironically acquired from the Rams in that McDuffie deal, so they aren't done reloading yet. What do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Did they overpay for Delane, or is this the missing piece for another ring? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all our draft coverage. Sometimes, to stay on top of the mountain, you have to be willing to pay the highest price.